Our question for the day is, if you are a business owner or CEO, are you recession ready? Now, we've been posing that question at the start of every video in this series, and each episode in this series is to help you to answer, yes, I am recession ready. This particular session focuses on a key strategic move, which is how to improve your lead generation. And to help us to discuss this is our CEO and founder of SalesStar, Paul O'Donoghue. Now, Paul, you were saying to me offline that you get this question a lot. You were saying that it's the lead generation which people are asking you about all the time. This is the broken piece, right?
Oh, a lot of our clients are stuck on this one. Leads are the lifeblood of our sales organization. Everything starts to flow from lead generation. And in fact, think about this. Sales effectiveness starts from the start of the buyer's journey. Now, if we can have a full system in terms of a sales process that meets our ideal future prospect at the start of their buyer journey, which 95% of that is online, it can dramatically improve our sales effectiveness, especially if we can meet them with an event, a trigger event that gets them engaged. Digitally online, we can nurture them and build a relationship. And by the time they reach out to us, they feel like they know us, they feel like they trust us, they're indoctrinated with our ideals or product. What does that do to your sales cycles? What does that do to your conversion rates? So conversion rates usually increase, sales cycles reduce. So the right lead generation can lead to a massive improvement in sales effectiveness. Now, it's not a one-trick pony, and it's not a silver bullet for generating leads, because there are, just like marketing, lead generation is a mix of things, right? I just gave reference to a digital strategy, which I absolutely love. Do you know what I love about digital sales lead generation, Alex?
What's that?
It's data-driven. It's
so
scientific.
You can measure everything.
You can measure everything. There's no BS. It's test and measure, iterate, refine, improve. It's all about getting in front of your ideal future client. How do you do that in the digital world? Well, you can do that by Google search. You can do that by targeting on LinkedIn very, very precisely. You can, like in LinkedIn, you can search for your ideal target audience, which I would recommend you think about that through the one-page sales plan, and you really define, if you could only choose one target market and one target audience, who would that be? But through LinkedIn, you're able to take that out and those that avatar, those industries, and you're able to look at the size of the addressable market, which is important. There's no point picking a niche that has a very small market that isn't hungry. The bigger the market, the hungrier they are, the more attractive that market is. So we can find these things out by using digital platforms like LinkedIn. LinkedIn should be a staple product that modern-day salespeople use to prospect. So, for example, navigation, LinkedIn Navigator, you're able to search and build lists. You're able to outreach on those messages you get from your inbox. They actually get read a lot more than messages in your email box. So having the right message is important, and there's some key strategies around that. You can't sell straight off the bat. It's just like you would meet someone in a social networking event. That's a live event. You don't walk up to them and start trying to sell to them. It's just about building a conversation, taking interest. And conversations are the new leads, right? So we need to have lots of conversations and build that trust before you start selling to them. And there's some traditional methods, Alex. What's your favorite form of lead generation?
Well, I find one of the lowest cost forms of lead generation is referral prospecting. I mean, how many of us have got customers who are happy? I hope we can all put up our hands. And if we do have happy customers, what prevents us from adding referrals or requests for referrals into our sales process? So I think that I think that our viewers may be delightfully surprised if they haven't tried this to the full potential possible. If they went and simply asked them, could they maybe introduce them to another person who might need our products or our services, our solutions?
Alex, it's the best form of marketing is word of mouth. I've grown this business, as you know, through referrals. My first year, I hustled to get 5 clients. I asked for 3 referrals from each client. I went from 5 to 15 clients in my first year very rapidly. In my 10th year, as you know, Alex, 82% of our new business was referred business. And that's a wonderful thing in terms of bringing your cost of sale down and really dramatically growing your business.
Yeah, and what a lot of our viewers may or may not realize is that there's different kinds of referrals. I mean, there's the traditional referral where they refer you to an external source, somebody in another business. But you know what? There's also things like internal referrals. Maybe they've got multiple divisions. Maybe they've got multiple branch locations. Those are the easiest referrals of all, to get internally referred, or maybe even internally referred by another department in your company.
So, Alex, if referrals is the best form of marketing, why do most companies not have it as a process or strategy?
Well, I think that they should. So, Paul, the old ways of lead generation with a good old cold call and go through multiple prospects and slowly try to whittle them down, getting absolutely nowhere. You've just talked about making it more efficient. You've talked about digital. You've talked about LinkedIn. We've talked about referrals. Is there something that our viewers could do to really improve their lead generation process and to get these leads raining in?
Look, the things that I talked about today, referrals. If you don't have a good referral system, reach out to your coach if you're working with one, or reach out to us and we'll show you how that process should effectively work in your business. And I think most importantly, we need to start thinking about transitioning from traditional sales methods and processes to a world which is digital sales, right? So part of selling in modern times is to digitalize your offer. So if you want to improve sales effectiveness, you've got to have a really good digital sales strategy and process. Now, what I would suggest is we have a team of experts around that. We've actually started a completely new company, which is SalesStar Digital. They're experts in anything digital, whether it's LinkedIn, Google, websites, but it's all designed to get your lead generation at low cost, but high quality leads to improve sales effectiveness. And remember this, Alex, one of my favorite quotes is you can't sell a secret. So if you're not in the digital world, you're nowhere.
Okay, so that's a great invitation to reach out to SalesStar Digital. And remember, to our viewers, if you want to have more advice, reach out to a SalesStar high performance coach, because they are there to help you. So please continue to follow the series to make sure that you are recession ready. And we continue our discussion on key strategic moves in a recessionary climate. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the next session.